Beautiful people, welcome to it. Today it is a wonderful Wednesday, and also it is time for the hangout. It's the time for the duo to be on your screens, and we're doing it. Today we've got such big people with big profiles. I'm so much excited to have the conversations with them and also get to hear about where do they draw the strength to keep on going. And also get beautiful people. If you're wondering about who is this girl right in front of your screens, Elam Igama, it is Uzinhle Nqeza, and I'm definitely going to be with you. And
obviously, it's your boy Ayabonga M. Hangout is what's up. It's another Wednesday. Let's get on with the show, my loves. Thank you very much for tuning in.
I'm just. You know what? I always say it. Television, live television, has surprises of their own.
It's a sport, mate.
It's a sport on its
sweetie,
own.
It's a sport.
And also talking about things of their own, we've got a multi-talented singer right in front of us, and also we're going to be having a conversation with her. She's spiritually gifted, and she is someone who has that very strong personality and also spirit that you can get to connect to. I love to say people like her have clean spirits because I get to connect with them just
just her aura.
Yes, definitely.
Just her presence.
Definitely.
I mean, her speaking voice says it all.
Singing.
I was just like, yo.
And the singing. And you guys are wondering, who am I? Who are we talking about? We're definitely talking about Andy Laziwana right here on the Hangout. My dear, how are you?
Well, thank you, Janine.
Your pleasure.
Wow.
Oh,
what
love.
Excuse. Sorry.
This is us.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome.
Man, let us get to hear who is Andy Laziwana. We get to see you on stages, getting to make us connect with you spiritually. Who are you?
Well, my name is Andy Ndlazilwana, but my ID is Andy Swazikhona Ndlazilwana. I was born KwaMagxaki. I was raised in New Brighton, and I grew up in Motherwell. So I'm an all-rounder, PE. I'm a mom to a beautiful 18-year-old Mihlali, and I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. This is Sangoma. I'm a musician, a singer, songwriter. Yeah.
Boom. Did you hear that?
Like
all in one.
All in one.
No one don't see him.
No
one don't see him. No wonder unesiphiwo.
I want to know, where did you start to realize that you want to do music full time? This is your also another calling.
I think it is a calling because it started at church. I grew up listening to gospel music, and the Kulile is Seventh-day Adventist church. So I grew up as an Adventist. You know, most they sing there. I used to perform in trios, in duets, in quartets, but then the spiritual calling came. And get that calling, when it comes, you can't say, wait a minute, guys. So it came. I've always realized that I am going to do something in the arts. I liked to draw at one point, but I think the music won. Also, it's in the blood. My late grandfather was Victor Ndlazilwana. He was a late jazz legendary. He traveled around the world with his daughter Unomvula, that is still alive. So I think it was supposed to happen at some point.
Lovely stuff, man. And also now let us get to talk about your music specifically. Your music is more spiritual. People get to connect with you. And also when you performing, you always make sure that you surrender all abantu abadala bakho, and also make sure that whoever is there as your audience also gets to relate and also for them to connect to it.
Yeah. The kind of music I do, I don't like boxing it, because you will find, Guti, I'm going to do something else now, and then I'm going to do something else the next day. So I call it African contemporary jazz, because it's a mix of jazz, it's a mix of contemporary music, and it's a mix of everything that's going on around. As a spiritual person, I call myself umngoma. In the spiritual realms, I connect more in the musical world. So ndiphilisa ngokomoya. So for me, it's not only by sitting down and sebenzisa amathambo and use herbs to heal a person. I can just open my mouth and sing, and then your heart is going to be okay. Yeah. So before I leave Ekaya, I have to connect with my gangs. But to look, guys, I'm going out there. I want to heal whomever needs to be healed. I want to make whomever who wants to, but I feel loved and lovely to feel that kind of connection. So before I leave and go to the people, I connect with my gang so that I can pour out all the good energies to the people.
Lovely to hear you say that. And the importance of preparing. So your performance doesn't start an hour before the show or just when you're about to go on stage. There's a whole entire process.
It starts a week before the whole show.
I love the fact that you're mentioning that the whole process. And for you to take your spirituality and you to transcend this message through the music. How important is it for you as an artist? Because artists will say, I'm in a creative realm now. So in those moments, what do you do?
The funny thing is, that thing, it's a writer's blog. We all get that. Ne? But every time my creative spark comes back, there's always going to be ingoma that I heard from one of our ancestral ceremonies in Ntombeni. So almost all of my songs, there's something from one of the songs that's in Ntombeni. Whether it's a happy song, whether it's a sad song, I'm always going to have that to fuse within my creativity. So I think they like what I'm doing to a point that they, yeah.
Lovely stuff. And also talking about your music, and also you were doing a project called Ntombeni for some time. And last year you had a project that was out. Let us get to talk about that. And also for people who don't know about it just as yet, what does it entail, and also what are they going to receive from it?
Okay. Intombe is a production under my name that I'm just doing. So when I'm presenting in Intombe, it's not the same end in Ndlazilwana you're going to be seeing on Friday on the show that I'm going to have. Intombe is a big production where it's a demonstration of the ancestral ceremony, but in a more modernized way. Of how we chill and sing and celebrate when we are sitting as amadlozi, abantu abamhlophe. And then there is End in Ndlazilwana. End in Ndlazilwana is where you'll get the love songs, the naughty songs, the playful songs. So this one is the one that I am preparing on doing on Friday. But before that, I released a song last year in August. It's called Isicelo Sam. So this project that I'm doing now, I got funding from Concerts SA, a mobility fund. So I was able to do 2 cities. So I chose PE and I chose Cape Town. So I was in Cape Town last week. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
The vibe was wonderful. The people were great. So now I'm bringing it back home. I decided to do a follow-up on Isicelo Sam because it didn't have much coverage. Isicelo Sam, it's a plea. It came from a place of sadness, a place of hardness. And it's a plea of, can I just laugh? Can I just be in a nice, cozy place like everybody else? Can I just have a break? Yeah.
Lovely stuff. And also talking about Friday, this coming Friday, let us get to talk about it, and also in terms of what is the show going to be entailing, and also how can people get to Matenga Matikiti, where is it going to be happening, and also all those nitty bits.
Okay. The name of the show is Isicelo Sam Live in Concert. It's going to be on the 5th of September. On Friday, starts at 6 p.m. The tickets are available at Quicket for 100 rands and for 120 at the door.
And also, where can our lovely hangers find you on the socials?
I am on Facebook as End in Ndlazilwana. I'm also on Instagram as End in Ndlazilwana. I think I'm going to be on Twitter and what's this thing, the new TikTok again soon, but I'll let you know.
Thank you so much, Ben, for coming and joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's been long. I've been asking her to come to the show.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You've been booked and busy, honey.
Sana, but this is a wholesome moment. Thank you so much,
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Andy.
Thank you. And to you, beautiful people, that was End in Ndlazilwana. Please make sure that you guys are purchasing those tickets for this coming Friday to go and experience some of her music. Uchiloke, Wati, Cape Town was fire. PE people, please do better. Please do better. Show them that she's from here and support. And right now, talking about showing where we from, MultiChoice. So MultiChoice is saying that we need to go and pay our bills.
Hey, it's not my gal. Guys, we'll be back right after this. And we're back like umqolo. Now, the 5th Annual Internet Summit recently brought together the ICT business and technical community, a space for networking, sharing insight, and tackling interrelated issues, challenges, and opportunities. As proud partners of this event, Mpuma Kapa was there to be part of the conversation. Our very own group head of content, Sandy McCowan, and content supervisor, Sinazo January, joined the industry in leaders and change makers in the windy city of our lovely Cape Town and had this conversation. Let's take a look at that conversation.
Welcome. We are in Cape Town and we are at the Internet Summit that is hosted by Mbizo Events. It's going to be a very interesting program because they have a number of speakers speaking about, of course, the future of the digital space. So let's go have a look. And with me, I have a student who is attending. So thank you for joining me. How are you?
I'm very good, and how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So what brings you here? How do you know, or how did you find out about the summit?
Okay, first of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Halalizan Latakomu. I'm from Northwest in a small town called Severstone, and I'm a student. What brought me here is how I found about this, is that I found on social media. As I was scrolling on my Facebook, I found about Submit, and I was so interested about it, and I decided to let me just apply, and engage and see how it goes. And what grabs me the most is it most engage about the technology, which is crucial in our country, which is the most thing that we need for our youth to engage in. That's the most thing that made me to come here.
Yeah. Now, how important do you think it is for the youth to be involved in initiatives like these, because they are the future, and then we come to the ICT Summit and they speak the future. So how important do you think initiatives like these are important for people like yourself?
Okay, I think the importance of these events like this, it teaches a lot of information that a lot of us use could help us in the next coming future references, right? So when you are engaged in this kind of events, you are exposed to many people, to many opportunities, to many developments, to see how the real world out there is engaged. Sitting in class, listening to a lecture is not enough.
Yes.
You need to see how people actually engage in the outside world. You need to see how the actual world it is. So you need to know how these events work in order for you to be, because the lecturer wouldn't give you the information that they just give me. He will just teach you according to the book, and he's done. But there is no the person who's gonna sit you down, teach you the importance of tech or the importance of cybersecurity. This is the right place that you should be in. This is the right place that you should be informed in.
Well, thank you so much. I hope you do enjoy the rest of the summit. And also, it's refreshing to see a young person or student like yourself attend something like this, which is very important because you guys are the future.
Yes.
So thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
And if you are joining me once again, we are at the 5th Annual Internet Summit. And joined by me, I have Usisanda from Code Intelligence. Usisanda, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you very much as well for inviting me to be part of your interview.
First of all, tell us what Code Intelligence is.
Okay, Code Intelligence is a coding academy that we train from the youngest age of 7 to 12.
Okay.
Then we also have the high school programs, and we also have a whole academy that we're training people that are from the ages of 18 up until 30 years old, and we place them with companies that are in the tech space.
Okay.
So we train them for 6 months, then do do their practical work, then we place them with companies that are within the tech space.
Now, tell us about the opportunities that you have created for young people. Because during your discussion, I heard you were so commended about giving opportunities to the youth. So tell us about those programs just a little bit more.
Okay, so what we do at Co-Intelligence Academy, we do have 2 accredited courses that we have, which is NQF Level 5 on software development and cybersecurity. We also have bootcamp courses that are 6-month courses, which is technical support and web development.
Okay.
So once we're done facilitating and training them for those months, we put them out there to other companies. We've got various companies that we're working with. One of them being Capacity, that we train, then they absorb their students, then place them.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and we also have one of the biggest companies that we're working with, Zoho. Zoho is one of the companies that is always absorbing students from us and put them in a working environment, and exposure, it's big. So that's what we do at Co-Intelligence.
Amazing. Now, you've come to the Internet Summit. So far, how do you feel? But also, what do you think initiatives like these mean for the youth? And would you perhaps would like to see more of the youth come to these kind of initiatives?
Firstly, I feel in the morning I was so overwhelmed with emotions because this is my first day, like this is my first time coming over here. But when I got the gist of everything, I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yes.
Which is the same feeling that I'm having with youth. Like, youth is supposed to be feeling the spaces.
Yes.
Because this is where you get more information. This is where you connect with people that are quite relevant to the conversations that you and I have.
Yes.
So definitely, I would like to see more youth being in spaces like this. If we can have more youth that are being entrepreneur, mostly in the tech space.
Yes.
Because tech space, it's limited. As much as it's limited, it's one of the biggest spaces that we need to be in. And mostly, I'd like to see more women around here.
Of course. Yep. Thank you so much, Susanna.
Thank you.
And it was so refreshing to also hear you up there discussing. Like, the discussion was so interesting, and I hope that you get the opportunity to work with so many other young girls specifically, because what you're doing is amazing. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
And right now I am with a very special guest who goes by the name of Jamie from Loop, who is actually the founder. Jamie?
Yeah, I'm the co-founder with Imtiaz Riley, and we started doing Loop about 3 years ago, looking at serving the taxi ecosystem.
Now, for someone who doesn't know what Loop is, how would you explain it in a very simple way that they could understand?
If you have WhatsApp, you can make payments without having cash. You can pay in a taxi, or you can get paid as a business, or make payments to anybody just using their phone number. Instant payments, no bank charges, anywhere in the world.
That is crazy, and also it's an amazing idea. So how have you managed to actually keep the business going? Because I'm sure you have to go out there, sell it, pitch. Yeah. So what is the reception?
When I mentioned we understood our customers, turns out taxi drivers are also our customers. Taxi owners are also our customers. And we had to realize, what do they want?
Yes.
Owners want more money. Drivers want more trips. Drivers also want access to finance. They can't go to a bank right now and ask for a loan.
Yes.
So we had to look at, these are the challenges they are facing. How can we solve those challenges? Because we digitized taxis, we enabled corporates to start booking taxis. We check the charter permit, PDP, we inspect the vehicle. If they meet our criteria, corporates are now able to utilize the taxi industry.
Wow.
This opened up a whole range of trips for the minibus taxis, because usually they'll drive peak time, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock till 7 o'clock, and during the day or at night, the car will stand or they'll scuttle for trips. Because of Loop and our technology, we were able to completely assign trips to taxis, where there's trips after hours, every single hour, mostly from the BPO sector. In Western Cape, the BPO sector is booming. That's the call centers. They are booming, and they have international clients, which means they have to do trips after hours. So they would have usually used private vehicles or e-hailing services.
Yes.
But those services cannot always go into certain townships. So we solved another issue there. Because we know where a taxi comes from, and we know where the person must be, we can assign the right driver for the right trip. which also eliminates the fighting between taxes and the private sector.
Which is actually a problem right now, you know.
A big problem. People are losing their lives.
That is very true. And I think that's where you also come in, which I commend you guys. The business and the idea is an amazing concept. Let's talk about the future plans you have for the business.
Since we're at the Internet Summit, the future is looking crazy.
Yeah.
So we're doing our expansion on the service we currently have. So more digital mobility, more payments. But even in the payment space, there is a huge need. We thought we're just doing payment for taxis. But the way we've been received in payments looks like nobody likes bank charges. And nobody likes paying for their money. But we're even taking a step further. We are also looking at biometric payments. So we're doing something to pay with palm, where you can use your actual hand to do payments. And this we realize that sometimes your phone might die, there might be network issues, but your hand is always with you. This also is another part of my laziness. I don't like carrying stuff. So if I can just walk into a taxi and walk out of a taxi, hop on, hop off, and I feel that's how life should be.
Convenient.
When we go into a restaurant, when we go into a shop, we should just be able to get what you want and leave. We shouldn't be needing to take things out and worrying about things and scratching your tits for change that smells like sweat. You know? So,
Jamie, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I really adore the business. The whole concept is amazing.
Thank you so
and
much.
I can't wait to see what you guys do from here onwards. So there you have it. Future plans right here at the Internet Summit. But right now, let's go back to studio.
Man, I surely want to be next year, surely going back to that ICT and joining those conversations about innovation. But now, let's just hang a few hangers and go to an ad break. But after that, we've got another guest coming through. So please hang out for a few minutes. Siyabuya ngoku. And we're back like Humkolo, the salon, the hangers. Now, let's let the serious talk hang a little bit because we're about to talk creative. We're about to talk videography, photography. I have an amazing guest with us today, the one and only Zamamia Machola. Sisi, kunjani? Diaphila, thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for featuring me.
Thank you for plug it. So, Uzama, Kaspa Sele Ngwasengcobo, ithini sister stories kaZama. How does she come from Ngcobo? She lives in Ngcobo, she goes to Rhodes, she goes to UCT, and now she's in Gqeberha.
Yeah, so Uzama is born Ekokstad.
Okay.
My parents live in Mount Olive. And then Zenze is in Mini. And then my mom moves to Makanda.
Okay.
So I then relocate to Emakanda.
Okay.
So I lived in Makanda from when I was about 4. Okay. From when I was about 2, I lived in Ngcobo.
Okay.
So ndifunde uthetha eNgcobo, ndifunde uhamba eNgcobo. But ndifunde uqiqeka uba ngulomuntu ndenguye in Makanda. And then after high school, I went to UCT. It was
clock it.
Yay! Literally, like I wanted to go to UCT since I was in grade 9.
Yeah.
I was so determined to go there. It was like the best university in Africa. I went from Funandoni, but I knew the best is
yeah.
So yeah, then I went to UCT, and then I came back. Ndafunda Rhodes, where I graduated with a Bachelor of Social Science, majoring in journalism and psychology, with my interest in multimedia and psychology, recognizing that media construction and media consumption has an effect on your psychological and like communal development.
Yes.
So yeah. And then the volunteer a lot. Like I've worked a lot in different spaces, primarily in media spaces.
Okay.
And then Global Volunteer I was recognized and I got an opportunity up at Bai.
Oh, nice.
So literally,
that's where we met.
Yeah. So I've literally been here for like less than 5 months since May. Yeah. I never thought that I would end up in
I love that one. And tell me, Kengoku, within creating your imagery, like when I look at your pictures now it makes sense. Indoba, there's also the psychology behind it. Take me through that process of taking pictures of seeing the artwork in the piece.
So I did visual arts in high school. I did dramatic arts as well. I did the arts.
Yeah.
But I was always like a very hone in, like speak to my soul type of person. So with everything that I do in the media space, I always wanted to align with meaning greater than what you just see in. And that's something that I learned in visual art. Like you had to rationalize every creative decision that you make. Why are you choosing a shot? Why are you choosing landscape? Why are you choosing red over black? So everything you must think about it like very like holistically as to if someone is coming across this, what emotions would it evoke?
What message is it?
And how will it impact and change their lives? So I've then learned to approach media production in that sense, but also like learning to detail about how like my interest in media is not just like creating content, but it's understanding, recognizing that it has a huge influence and impact to how you represent yourself and how you go about engaging with others.
Yes, very true. You go and speak about the interest in the production side, and I think that's how we met by your gig. Tell us about that gig with Dwayne.
Not me screaming. I think it's just the gig is still ongoing. I'm still living the gig within a gig. Okay, so I started a second media agency this year, which was Amaza Media. My first was My Kind of Media, which is coming back in October. My Kind of Media was a youth-powered media agency that was a social enterprise that looked to bridge the gap between creative careers and creative ability, recognizing that Amanda Bacha have isakhono, but they don't have opportunities because Bacha. So we wanted to create a space, and with that, it starts from grade 7. Like last year, it went from grade 7, and then I always knew that it would have a parent company because everyone who works for the agency is under the age of 35.
Oh, nice.
So ndizawukhula ke 36 awkward. So even me, I consciously made it that it would be something that like consistently lives, especially in Makanda. Makanda is a very young town. Like there's a lot of young people. There's like 13 high schools. A university, and then
we get parts of the story.
Young.
I mean, I'm very happy that especially in Heritage Month to see that as a young person you're very proactive in terms of making sure that even the creativeness or the talent just doesn't where you also are trying to inspire and get people to walk along this journey for you. I do appreciate that speaks volumes to the type of character that you are and the work that you present out there. Quickly, mnasekhaya. Ngicela nje ubachazele iHangout ezipha where they can get you on the socials if they want to connect.
Okay, so there's three main platforms. There's Zamamia Majola. I'm Zamamia Majola, YouTube, Facebook. I'm at Indombi, INTOMBI _ Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. And then there's Amaza Media, TikTok, Instagram.
So there's no excuse why we can't.
It's literally the same thing. You don't even have to like. There's no underscore.
Listen,
582.
You're everywhere. I get hangers. Nivileke from Uzama Majola, photographer, content creator, videographer, the works. She's based here up at Gqeberha, and she's ready to work with you. So please go to her social media, chat to her, and you'll find her everywhere. But for now, let's go for an ad. See you after these.
Beautiful people, welcome back to it, man. And yes, that was such a beautiful interview that I had with Uzamamia Majola right here on the Hangout. And right now, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to head all the way to Eklinza for their Wild Coastal Festival that they had this past weekend. So to you, beautiful people, please check out what happened at Eklinza.
Today we are talking to the Honorable Mayor of the Great Kai, Otata Ungenisile Tekile. Mayor, thank you so much for talking to me today. Can you please tell us your involvement in today's event and what do events like these promote to the tourism in the Eastern Cape?
Thank you very much, and good afternoon to you. My being here, my involvement is because I'm the mayor of the Krika municipality. So, because of that position, I have to come and welcome all the people from outside this area, just to acknowledge the guest and welcome everybody in this area, which is very rich in tourism. We've got a coastal area here, we've got the B&Bs, we've got a festival today. Yeah.
Okay. So, what does the Wild Coast Cap Classic Festival mean for this region culturally and economically?
It really means a lot because today, yeah, we've got different people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different music, different language. So it means a lot to us, and it's going to boost our economy because the business, the crafters outside there, we've invited. They come, they'll showcase what they are doing, local people. So this is going to boost the economy area, and it's going to put this area in a map.
And do you see the festival as a potential long term driver of economic growth in this area?
Of course. Yeah, because we've got a long-term vision. Yeah, it's gonna boost the Great Kai municipality, and it's gonna boost the province as well. Because if you look at the economy at the moment, it really is not working very well. But these festivals and other businesses have got a potential of really boosting the economy of this area and the province.
So, what is the importance of getting sponsors and collaborations for the development of the Eastern Cape, and what does that mean for us as a province?
Well, sponsors really are required because you can't do an event without sponsors. Sponsors must come and support the business, must collaborate, work with the private sector, work with the government, so we build this country together.
So, what excites you the most personally about this year's event or festival?
Of course, Men's Month, and of course, see a black woman starting from nothing, now build a place like this one and have this beautiful festival, which I know that we're gonna double this number in the coming years. So it excites me.
Of course. Mayor, it has been an honor talking to you, and we thank you so much for taking your time talking to us today. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
As we currently have Umama Unontutuzelo Sibango, who is the owner of the Berkview Lodge. Mama Nontutuzelo, thank you so much for talking to us today, and welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me in the show.
Please tell us a bit about the history of Berkview Lodge and what makes it unique on the Wild Coast.
We got to be here just pre-COVID. You know, that was history for us as well. And a beautiful place. I thought that this will be a place for me to retire, to live and enjoy and relax because it's such a unique piece of space. But when I came in, I mean, it's too huge for me.
Yes.
And I thought, why not start something here and let everybody know and enjoy what the Wild Coast is about. It's so much about the representation of what Wild Coast is. Beautiful views, the sea, the forest, the dams. You just feel you are with nature and you are revived after having lived in this place.
It definitely is a beautiful place. So tell me, how did you come to be the host venue for the Cap Classic Festival?
A good coincidence. In the chain of my life, I've met someone who loves wine, who is my partner. And in that space, I met a young boy here, Papa Mamnandi, who was into events and so on. And he was saying, Mama, let's do an event here, let's do an event here. And my partner said, why don't we do wine here? And that's how this got to be, this wine. And we started last year.
Lovely.
Thank you to the support of the people of the Eastern Cape and South Africa at large, because when we started with about 200 people. That was great for a start, and now we've grown, as you can see. And I mean, we cannot do it without the people of Eastern Cape and South Africa.
Of course, we definitely cannot do it without the people of the Eastern Cape and their guests. So tell us, what can guests expect in terms of the atmosphere and the hospitality during the festival?
Backview also is part of hospitality here. And if you don't come here, you'll be missing out. They know how to. We know how to look after people. We know how we must make people enjoy. We know how it's important for people to experience ububele of where they visit. And when people walk in here, we take them as visitors. So, Indwendo Ziaboko. And this is what this Cape Classic is about. We pride ourselves in striving all the time to make sure everyone who comes here is happy and enjoy and get the best of here.
Of course, indeed, indwendwe ziyabukwa. Mama Nontutuzele, we thank you so much for talking to us today and enjoy the rest of the festival. It's at night in Gogo, and I guess our DJ are going to be playing. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much, guys. The night is still young.
Yes.
We are here until 12 midnight. Uvusi Mahlasela is coming. There is a legend, and you can't miss that. It's to have it right here at Blackview Lodge. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mama. Bye. Today we are talking to Dr. Khanyile Nzukuma from the Glacier by Sanlam, one of the headlining sponsors for this year's festival called the Cape Classic Festival here in the Wild Coast. Dr. Nzukuma, hello, and thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you and welcome everybody.
Please tell us what inspired your company to come on board as the headline sponsor of the Cape Classic Festival.
The first point to make is that Glacier by Sanlam is a company owned by Sanlam. I'm sure many of the viewers know who Sanlam is in South Africa. The purpose why we got involved is because when we looked at the environment in the Eastern Cape, we found that there is a gap in terms of from a culture element, in terms of a theme like this. We know this theme is quite popular in the Western Cape, in terms of a champagne or bubbly festival, and it's nothing more than to get people together. And because when you look at champagne or wine, you know all that the industry, it's all there's quite a lot of similarities between that and wine making, champagne making, and the objectives and financial services. So for us, they actually talk together, and we found that is a great opportunity to connect with the young professionals in the Eastern Cape, and we're quite excited to see the amount of people that are here today, and you can see this event can grow to be quite substantial.
Oh, please tell us, what does this festival, or how does it align with your brand's values and vision?
The first thing, if you take champagne making, if, if you take champagne making and there are certain lessons that you find in champagne making or wine making that you also find in financial services. I'll probably mention a few. So the first thing that you realize is that when you make a wine or champagne, it's a lot of time. It takes patience. It takes a lot of endurance, caring for your vineyards. And it's the same principle that you get from financial services. Because if you are in financial services, you've got to be able to have patience, you invest, you wait. It takes a long time to get your returns. I think that's the first lesson. The second lesson, it teaches us about balance. Because if you think about it, when you make a champagne or wine as a farmer, the important thing is to make sure you don't want too much sun, you don't want too much rain, because either of those two will actually destroy your crops. So you want a balance in terms of the rain and the sun. Now, when you look at financial services, it's the same concept. In one way, you want to enjoy yourself today because you are living today, but it's also quite important to think about tomorrow. So we need that balance in our lives. So for us, it actually is a very good lesson on long-term vision, patience, and obviously when you come to a day like this, the picture of a champagne is about hope. You know, it gives hope. It's a celebration. It's a drink that is used when you celebrate. And for us, that is what financial services is about. If you invest and you're patient, at the end of the day, you get to celebrate, you know, what you've harvested at that time.
Please tell us again.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So tell us, what role do you see business partnerships like yours playing in the growth of cultural tourism here?
The most important thing bring that I think giving inspiration to people. It's important to put capital to fund and invest this. And for us, ultimately, basically, it is about attracting and creating an awareness for people to save, because that's quite important. People are under pressure financially, but the message is you've got you're gonna retire and you're gonna need money.
All right. So, what are you most excited for festival goers to experience in this year?
The ambience, the environment, it's beautiful. As I say, it's inspiration. It gives you hope. It gives you purpose, and people really must enjoy, interact with each other, and get to know each other much more better and have fun.
Pause. So, lastly, Dr. Nzukuma, is if you had to describe the Wild Coast in 3 words, for someone who has never maybe been to the Wild Coast, what would those words be?
I would probably say tranquility, beauty, and I think just the greenery that you get. You know, it is still something in you about purpose, being positive, and looking forward in purpose. Yeah.
Those are beautiful words indeed. Thank you so much, Dr. Nzuguma, for talking to us today. Thank you.
Today, let's think about financial planning while we're doing the work we're doing today, and while we're having fun today. And for us as Sanlam, we want to partner with you on that. And without talking about Sanlam, that is not my intention, but I just want to say to you, it's not just about Masi Tadimali, you invest. The other contribution that we make is we've got a lot of funding in things like starting SMEs. So as a business, we are also plowing back. We're not just taking money out and invest it for returns, but we also want to make sure we can assist you in your dreams. So xa ndigqiba ke ndifuna ukubulela at the host that gave us this place, and we are looking forward. And the other main reason for us to get involved is because we realized in the Eastern Cape you don't have something like this where you've got such ambience and I think a fun environment of people that are a little bit mature and older. And we do intend to be part of this event, and please enjoy and goes.
Beautiful people, that was it. All that happened at Kinza. And also, I hope you guys have definitely enjoyed that. And also next year when they're having their event kwakhona. You guys are going to purchase tickets and also be part of it. Okwangokithi maske besiyamba siyothengisa sophinda sibuye right after this. Ningayindawo. We have a gig guide for you guys. Beautiful people, welcome back to it, man. And yes, right now, where we have to collect all our things and
Vamos! But first, we've got a gig guide.
Yeah, we've got a gig guide for people to check out some of the fire events that are going to be happening. And to you, beautiful people at home, let us get to check out as to the first gig guide that we have. So on the 27th of September, there is going to be the gospel picnic, where there is going to be Abo Lindo, Abo Metusile, Zianda. There's just a whole lot of great artists. Especially what I'm noticing is that the song up at Eastern Cape. Yeah.
A lot of Eastern Cape artists, which is going to be very interesting. Moving right along to the next event, because I mean, Asizonisha Nje, Sinayo, the 4th annual Ingweba Music Festival that will be on Saturday, the 27th of September, 2025. Doors open at 12 p.m.
12 p.m.
It's a Valencia Sports Grounds, Ado in the Eastern Cape. Mafake bakhona phayana siyababona odlala shunqisi. It's going to be lit.
It's going to be lit. And also what I must say is that I love how Uzianda is trying to enter these spaces that you wouldn't expect her to be in.
No, she's definitely
like
just
she's
going
like,
there.
Going there,
Booked
which is very
busy.
good. Definitely. And also going to our other geek guide that we do have right here on the show. The Asian Flavors is going to be happening on the 11th of September.
I'm going to try this.
Yes.
So this is interesting because one thing interesting about it, Wenazi, is that you're not just a normal guest. You actually cook along the step, darling.
Nice.
So please count me in on that one.
Definitely. And also before we close it off, we definitely do have other geek guides for you guys at home. And also the great Mza Maswani is going to be hosting his Umngungo on the 4th of October. And we do know this is a multi-award winning artist. This is
such
someone,
a phenomenal performer.
Man,
is like indlela please.
And also going to our other gig guys. This one I'm very much looking forward to.
So Siki is on tour in South Africa. So this is the Siki Joanne on tour.
Yeah.
This initiate concert with the African Queen. It's in September the 3rd. She's in Durban on the 13th. Yeah, which is today. Then next week, Ula Pakisana, a one room. And then she goes on to Cape Town, Selective Live, and then she closes it off, King's Kraal, on the 27th in Johannesburg.
And one thing about Siki, she never leaves PE without coming to visit us. So she's definitely going to be here. Please make sure that you guys are going to be bracing Siki right here. And also, the silent disc is going to be happening on the 8th of September, which is on Monday. So right now, we're changing because that is basically December. So now we're partying on Mondays.
We are out.
Partying out on Mondays, silent disco.
Listen.
With you and your headphones.
We are cooking with chefs.
Like, it's very nice.
We're doing everything.
Definitely
we're doing
nice.
everything.
Yeah.
It's just festivals. We're looking cute, short shades, young this summer. So, I mean, this spring. So please, these are the gigs. But unfortunately, guys, bye.
See you. Please follow us on socials as well.
Yes,
please.
That's
Uzintle.
Us.
Us. At _N.
And that's Makanya _ the official on Instagram and TikTok. And also Mpumakapa TV on all social media platforms. And also the Free Vision Play app. But yeah, guys, bye-bye, man. See you on Friday. Mwah.